Hey Chris, we are live with another episode of Inside My Showroom, episode 9. So, how are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good, bro. Out here just a little bit tired. Busy night last night. Um,
Yeah, you look tired, man. What happened? You didn't get sleep or something?
no. I probably got like 2, 3 hours of sleep. When I was getting ready to hit the shack yesterday, Kelvin Loke, one of the reps from Prime One Studios, and shout out to him, by the way. So this was actually his first Comic Con that he was attending. For those of you that don't know, Tokyo Comic Con is going on right now, and so last night when I was getting ready to hit the sack, Kelvin from Prime One started posting a bunch of new pictures, a bunch of new reveals, a bunch of brand new stuff from Tokyo Comic Con, and I kind of just said to myself, "Ah, crap," because I got too hyped up and I couldn't sleep. I was too excited.
All right, man. So I guess we have like a fun-filled episode this time.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right, I strongly suggest that anybody who's watching, please get some popcorn, get your favorite snacks, get some coffee. We got a lot of information to share here. Are you able to see my shirt, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh my God, I think I see it now.
yeah, it's like the arc reactor, and it literally like, so what it is, right? You just see it like pulsating there, and
Yeah.
then the electricity goes by, but it's really just my phone.
Oh,
So
that's sick.
it's pretty cool. You could just like put it inside the shirt, and just so much going on, man. Like it's so hard not to hit up the malls, hit up the shopping with all like the Cyber Monday, Black Friday, just seeing like so much crazy stuff. Like I went into Spencer's. Do you guys have that in the USA?
Spencer's. What is that? Like a tech shop? Like a Radio Shack or something?
Nah, nah. Spencer's is like you know, like anything apparel wise, like Batman hats,
Oh, okay, okay.
like crazy novelty items.
Right, right.
We have two of them here in Canada. We have Hot Topic, and we have.
Oh, yo, I've been a Hot Topic. My girl bought me a couple Batman shirts from there.
Oh, okay, do you guys have that in the US or is it just over here?
No, I'm pretty sure that we have that here.
You know what? Actually, that's stupid. I even asked that because I know that they have HotTopic.com, so you
Yeah.
guys have like, a lot of sales going on. But I saw like this awesome Batman Beyond hat.
Oh, that's dope, bro.
I just love it, man.
Is that like leather?
It is. It
Oh,
is.
that's sick.
When I saw it, I just had to get it, man. I am a total fan of Batman Beyond. I just find it's pretty awesome. Something just about Beyond Batman. You know, as if Batman wasn't awesome enough, his
Yeah.
hand-picked descendant is, the next Batman. So
Yeah, for sure. When I was a bit younger, the animated series was a big deal.
yeah,
It kind of gave us kids something to relate to. Just a younger Batman at that age. At that point in time, I must have been, I don't know, maybe like 13 or 14. So maybe even younger, maybe like 12. So at that point in time, seeing like a teenager being Batman, it's just like, oh, I wish I was a teenager. You know?
exactly. Exactly. So, something I just wanted to share with you quickly. You're talking about, being tired. I actually grinded Final Fantasy, and I have my certificate of completion. 30
Nice.
36 hours
Sheesh.
completed the game. I thought that was so awesome that they give you like a certificate to share on like any social media, Twitter, Facebook, that sort of thing.
That's awesome.
Obviously, it's something you want to brag about, man.
Yeah,
One
for sure.
one of the only games of like all time that I've ever just like sat there and just grinded. I spammed that thing, man. I love that game. I loved it. It was just so many aspects of little things that I like from different games. Like at some points I felt like I was playing like the Arkham series. At some point I felt like I was playing, Assassin's Creed. It just had so many different elements. Beautiful, like 3D world. I just enjoyed it so much, man.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Thanks, man. All right, so do you want to take over the screen?
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll dive right in. So just FYI, guys, this is gonna be a jam-packed episode. Tons of things to talk about. Exciting news. So stay tuned.
You look like a king in your garment, man.
Oh my God, you don't know how cozy I am right now, bro. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I was actually seeing myself, which is a little bit freaky there for a moment, but
All right. Okay, so I guess one of the first things I want to mention is a new partnership um, between Prime One Studios and Imaginarium Arts. So these two companies are now going to be merged um, and working together. And for those asking, um, it's already been confirmed that yes, IA products will be distributed through Sideshow's website. So something to look forward to, you know. Just to see if I could find
it's
that
great,
official.
man. So we can finally actually get some of those items over here in USA, Canada. I don't have to worry about like always shopping internationally and like those $200 or $300 shipping fees.
Yeah, for sure. So these would have been shipped, I think, from Singapore, and we'll definitely save up on that shipping costs because it is.
And those darn import fees and all that nonsense.
Yeah. So yeah, so they pretty much confirm it too. Says it will certainly add diversity to Prime One's product lines for collectors worldwide to enjoy. All collectors worldwide will have a fair chance to get Imaginarium Arts products. So that's awesome news right there. Um, okay, and when I was talking about getting ready to go to sleep last night and getting I kind of got mollywopped by all these posts that Kelvin was posting. Because I kid you not, dude, I was like pulling the blanket right over my shoulder. You know, I was getting comfortable, getting ready to sleep, and then I heard ding, and it said Kelvin has posted in Prime. Yo, every
Oh,
time
I
I get a
thought you were saying an
notification,
angel got its wings or something, man.
oh my goodness, dude, every time I hear or see Kelvin posted in Prime One on the Facebook group, I immediately always click on it. So
So
it was a mistake doing it last night because
that's the thing, though, man. Like you're like a little kid in the candy shop, you know.
basically, bro, basically. So to start things off, I'm gonna show you what I saw first yesterday, which was the Darkseid Prime One Studios.
Can we get full screen on that, or you want to leave it like this for easy access?
I think this would be better for easy access.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We can
So
also go.
this is continuing the quarter scale line of the new 52.
Yep. 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 I mean, I don't know, man. The details. I've been kind of hyped for Prime One to release, their comic book statues. They've been really focusing on their Arkham gaming lines, the movie line, Suicide Squad, Batman versus Superman, but they're starting to really get into that comic book stuff, and they're doing it justice, honestly. You just look at the sheer size of him compared to the already large Superman that they're making.
And it's just the fact that Superman is on a taller base, so Darkseid is, really big in comparison. Considering he looks like he's on a little bit of a smaller base, he's like, a much thicker statue.
You know what? That's actually a great point. I didn't even think about that.
That thing's just monstrous, man.
Yeah,
Imagine
and
having to pay the shipping fees on that from Singapore.
that would be nuts. And they actually have an awesome base here. He's like stepping on molten lava,
Yeah.
which looks
So
awesome.
it's actually from the planet that he's on. So I'm not sure if it was called Apocalypse or like what. He's from some other planet,
Right.
and that's supposed to represent that.
I mean, look at that face, man. One thing I really got to give Prime One credit for. One thing that, not that I really look for in a statue, but if it's not done right, I won't like it. Is the teeth on a character who's clenching his teeth or on a somebody who's grinning. I just really feel like they do teeth really, really well.
And with Darkseid itself, like he's like a conqueror of planets and that sort of thing, right? So,
yeah,
you know, to see all the damage to his armor.
yeah, for sure. You see all those little cracks. Look at
Yes,
that.
exactly. To me, that's what stands out the most. You know how I am over like the whole teeth thing with statues. I've commented on it so much times in the past. I
Yep.
feel that you know, like the teeth of a statue actually show like the realisticness, but for some reason, just the cracks on his shoulder guards there, it's really standing out to me.
Yeah, man, and also a really powerful pose. You know, he's got behind him a clenched fist, and he's holding out his hand. I don't know, something about that just screams power.
I'm surprised, you know, you didn't Photoshop like a little P in there
Yeah,
in his hand.
yeah,
We'll discuss that later.
yeah, for sure. Um, okay, so moving on. Oh, also, you also get to see a little glimpse of the Green Lantern, which I'm gonna move to right now. Which also I think, dude, that looks fantastic. Here we go. Where are my pictures for the Green Lantern? Oh, okay, here we go. Pictures of the Green Lantern. I dig this piece. I'm not a fan of the character, but I mean the paint application, and the dynamic pose. It's still like a museum kind of feel to it, but it's dynamic at the same time, and I dig it. You know, I think it suits the character really, really well. You know.
Again, he's on the base from basically like the planet of the Guardians, where he gets his power from.
Oh, that's awesome.
The ring. Here we're getting to see the actual, you know, green coming out of the ring.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, for sure. So the ring is all that power from the ring is coming out and kind of giving him levitation. Is that what it looks like?
You know, I think he's, you know, that's just his character. He's able to fly all together. But like the thing is that the face is what's doing it for me on this statue. The Green Lantern statues that, you know, a lot of them that I've seen, they haven't got like the face down pat, but
Right.
when it actually is, and I love the glossy paint. You know that I'm crazy when I see like glossy paint. Um, it just feels so much more lifelike, you know, rather than like just a flat matte paint.
Yeah.
You know, this actually looks like it's something where like he's like in outer space, you know, and just like the light from the moon or something is shining on him. You know, the light that his ring is reflecting off, it's there. You know, as much as I'm not a fan either of the character, I don't know, when I see like sideshows, you know, Trinity that I have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, it makes me feel like completing the Justice League.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you know, this is definitely something I would like to keep my eye on. I think it would go fantastic with that. And seeing as how, you know, Sideshow actually released the Aquaman,
Right.
I think this would be like a great companion piece, especially how they're all like quarter scale statues. One statue that I'm very, very anxious, and I don't understand why it's taking them so long. Flash, where is Flash? Why
Oh
are we
man, I
not
know.
having Flash?
I know. You're not the only one, bro. A lot of people been I've been on the forums a lot lately, and a lot of people, just been talking about it. A character that a lot of people, including yourself, really looking forward to. And just to go back to what you said about the shiny paint, I have to agree with you, man. That looks awesome. It's a nice contrast going from the shiny green to kind of like a matte black over here. It's still kind of shiny, but it's a bit flatter than the green, and I think it gives a great contrast. And it looks great, honestly.
Another thing that makes that statue so lifelike, if you don't mind just going back, was the abs on it. You know, people think that, you know, the abs need to be fully sculpted, developed, but if you're actually in a position like this, that is the way that the abs would look. And
Right.
I just really respect the fact that, you know, they actually put in that type of detail. It's as if they were kind of like looking at some sort of model when they were sculpting to make sure that they got that exact realism.
Yeah.
Um, And there you go, just with the symbol standing out there, you know, it because there's so much like going on in the ab work, that this it helps the symbol to stand out a lot more, because now you have like a lot of detail on the abs, but then you have simplicity on the symbol. So, you know, it's just your eyes can't help but be drawn towards that Green Lantern symbol.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. And another thing I want to mention, I think that the base looks fantastic. They have this kind of, I don't know, translucent resin for the Green Lantern power coming from his ring, but then they also have these pieces of rock,
Yeah.
from the base floating on that clear resin, and I think that's just an awesome touch. It makes it that much more real, you know.
And the thing is that with something like that, you need to appreciate things like that, that they're actually willing to put so much work into the base, you know, like
Right.
having that green translucent, um, you know, aura, and then having to go and like do that detail in the rocks that are floating within it, you know, this is something that Prime One is doing amazing here. They don't just care to put the detail in the statue and then put it on a simple base. No, you're getting an amazing base here.
Right. And what I like about it is that it's not too busy, Um, it's still fairly dynamic, it's a nice base. You got a nice rock texture, you got these rocks flying around, and it's not too busy. It doesn't take away from the Green Lantern at all. I just got to give props to Prime One for doing that. Um, Not something that, in my opinion, a lot of companies do well, and they're doing their thing. Also, I didn't even realize this before, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, yes. So I guess it's on all of the bases of the actual characters. I just realized it. So they have the emblems of the character on the base as well, going all around in a circle. So you have the Green Lantern emblem here, the Darkseid emblem going around, and then you got Superman's S going all the way around the base. I think that's pretty cool.
And I think Darkseid's emblem, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Omega symbol,
Yeah.
which is also used in God of War, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, man. And I mean, we saw Superman compared to Darkseid. Look at the size of, I mean, keep in mind, people, this is quarter scale. Look how small Green Lantern is compared to Darkseid. I mean, he's gonna be massive.
Wasn't Darkseid supposed to be released by Sideshow, and then something happened with that? There was like a big like
Yeah,
story.
you know what? They had so Sideshow Collectibles was actually producing their own Darkseid. But they ran into some production issues in regards to the factory that they were using. I don't know if they completely got the paint wrong, or they just did something completely wrong. The factory they were using to produce that statue, and they kind of had to do a recall and start the project from scratch. But if I'm not mistaken, it's already starting to ship out once again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I
I
was
think I
going to
saw my
say that
first photos. Yep.
Prime One doing this, it would actually be like a redemption for Sideshow. Being like, well, sorry guys, our statue didn't come out, but we are going to be like taking part in this one and shipping this one and that sort of thing. So,
Right.
either way, people are going to be happy. Um, what do we have on the right of Green Lantern?
Okay, so on the right, that's Gerald, I think. Gerald, from The Witcher. Also another great statue. They actually released um photos of this guy. What do you call that? Official pictures of this guy. I think he's already up for pre-order as well on Sideshow's website. So definitely check that out, guys. That's a quarter scale from the Witcher line. Okay, so moving on to the next character. I guess we'll kind of stay in the DC kind of realm here for a second, and the Prime One as well. So we did Darkseid, we did Green Lantern. Now let's take a look at the Batman kind of stuff that they're doing. So this is their quarter scale, no, their 1 to 3 scale Harley Quinn. Check this out, guys.
Okay,
Look
man, you shouldn't have put it on this. You should not. You should have saved this for the end.
at this.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna want me to just stick on this picture.
Oh my goodness, dude.
I'm like, okay,
Oops.
okay, no, 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 no. No, that wasn't an accident. That was an accident, man. Accident.
An accident.
Wow. Wow. Okay. To all our young viewers out there, please switch off
Get your
your
eyes off of that, people.
eyes elsewhere. No, this is a fantastic, fantastic piece. We actually touched on this in last episode. I was actually showing the prototypes for this.
Yeah.
This is absolutely amazing. Can we just go back to that variant head for just a moment? Look at that. Oh my goodness.
That's I'm gonna
Oh
be honest with you,
man.
bro. That's actually nuts, bro. That looks like a real bubble. You know what I'm saying? Almost similar to what XM Studios did with their Mysterio head, where you could kind of see through the glass and you know that, you could break it. That's exactly what that looks like.
So many people, companies have had tried to do things like this.
Yeah.
I think even the Prime one from the Arkham series was trying to go with this bubblegum look, and it just wasn't going well with people. People were kind of like, "What is that?" That sort of thing. So it looks like they actually got to do what they wanted to do with the Suicide Squad line. Yeah, I'm definitely like 100% gonna have this in my collection. I actually have the Hot Toys from Sideshow
Nice.
pre-order, and that sold out within seconds. When it hit the market, the exclusive version, it just sold very quickly. So there's going to be a lot of people in that price bracket who are going to want that. So I might just end up selling mine and going for this one. This is so fantastic. Look at the stockings. Look at the necklace, like the choker around her neck. I love this. I can just, why did you have to put this on now? Oh my goodness. Like, wow. Okay, so Prime One definitely knows how to do asses.
Yes.
PCS with the katana. Not happy with how they did Katana's butt. I actually checked on it a few hours later after it was released, and it was actually still available for sale, unlike the Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile, which basically sold out within a couple minutes.
Right. Okay, so here's kind of like a shot of the other portrait that you get. So this is, whoa, does this come with 4 portraits? No way. So we have the bubblegum, I guess a battle damaged Harley Quinn with this scar going across her forehead. We have a clean one, and then we have the open mouth portrait. So I guess
To
you're gonna be
have
getting
that Battle
4.
Scar one, I wouldn't be surprised if they like have like an exclusive like gun in her hand or something, like a switch out gun hand.
Yeah, for sure.
It would just make more sense for them to actually like, maybe one hand can have a gun and then the other one can just like be kind of clenched or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what made me wonder about Green Lantern, if there's going to be like switch out parts for that.
Right.
So fantastic the way the Green Lantern is, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have switch outs.
Yeah, man, for sure. Um, in the new 52, I don't know. Please don't eat me up alive. But the way I remember um, Green Lantern was always black to me. He was just always a black guy. So growing up and finding out that they turned him to a white guy or that he was always white was kind of new to me. So that would be, I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool to have an alternate portrait.
The thing is that Green Lantern, Hal Jordan is the I don't know if you want to call it the white version,
Mhm.
but from what I know, he was basically from the comics, he was the people's choice of Green Lantern. The Black Green Lantern is John Stewart, which people kind of more know from. He mainly got popular from the Justice League, which both of us actually get a lot of information from
Yep.
the cartoons or the animated series, whatever you
Yeah,
want to
that's what
call
I'm referring to the animated series of the Justice League.
it. But I know growing up watching the Justice League, when Hal Jordan just made his entrance, the fans went crazy.
Yeah.
They went absolutely like ballistic. So I think it's actually a pretty good thing that they're actually making him Hal Jordan. I don't think you'll get to see the Jon Stewart anytime soon.
Man, that's a shame.
That might actually be a pretty good idea though, to put like a switch out portrait and you can make it Jon Stewart if you want to.
Yeah, that
That's
would
a
be
really
so
good
cool.
idea. You just sent up like their sales records if they decide to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I always remembered Green Lantern. You know, as a kid, I always watched that Justice League cartoon, and that's just how I always saw him. I never really, like I said, I'm not a fan of the character, so I wasn't really reading comics or really following him. But that's how I remember him. But going back to Harley Quinn, man, and I don't know if this is a thing, but it would be pretty dope if they gave you like these headstands for the alternate portraits for the heads that you're not displaying. That's a pretty
Mm,
cool idea.
I'm not sure if they're going to do that, but it is a good idea because then you can just display it all. I find that it's very difficult
Yeah.
to find out what to do with these alternate heads.
Yep.
Do you see all those Facebook posts from the statue forums where they're like, "What do I do with all these heads?"
I know.
Um, Going back to the picture of the bat. Okay, so from the suit. Oh, that not. I didn't say back. I said bat.
Oh.
Yeah, the bat. Okay, so the bat has a lot of writing on it. So the fact that they actually put that into detail, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think Prime One really got the likeness down for the actor that played her. I mean, and just all the small details. They really stood true. The tats on her face, the writing on the bat. These all these tattoos that she has around her legs and around her abdominal section. I mean, I think they really nailed it, man. And I don't know, I think all their movie statues so far have been spot on. Like, look at this, man. This looks like material. This doesn't look sculpted at all.
I don't think you can actually go to the store and buy your girlfriend that or something. Like your girlfriend's like, I want a pair of shoes. How do they look? And
Yeah.
the thing is, man, I'm really torn between like the bubblegum face and the one where she's actually like smiling and the way that they chose to display the statue in the prototype. I'm just really torn between those two. That portrait right there, I don't know which one I would display it with, that one or the bubblegum one. I guess maybe I could display it like 4 months with the bubblegum one and then 4 months with the other way, but I'm really in love with those two portraits. And I really think that you should have saved this for the last, man, because I could just go on and on this. And for those people that really don't care about this statue, I think we should move along before they get bored of me just praising and praising and praising this statue.
Yeah, for sure. But well deserved. It is a great statue. I have to say, um, really awesome statue. So sticking with the Suicide Squad theme, we also have Deathstroke in 1/3 scale. Not Deathstroke. I'm sorry, I keep mixing them up. Deadshot. There we go. And again, like I was just talking about Prime One and their likeness, that looks like Will Smith. That's unreal. Look at that. That looks just like him.
It does, but I think they failed to capture like realism in this. Like it looks like almost like a photoshopped version of Will Smith.
Right.
Like you're not seeing like the little wrinkles in his face or like this is my first time actually seeing this, so I'm not impressed.
Yeah. I mean, I think the likeness is there. I think it can use a little bit work. In my honest opinion.
Just to make it look more realistic.
Right. But we also have to remember too that I don't know. I don't think that a lot of people are going to be displaying this head. I'm pretty sure they're going to be using the masked head. But I don't know. You know, that's going to be.
You know what? It could just even be like an early prototype, and they still might like work on the face a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
But as it is, I'm not really impressed with this. The facial hair looks great.
Yeah,
It's very realistic, the facial hair. I just know that Will Smith, like, he almost looks as young as he did in like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
I
and
know.
he has aged a lot since then, and they're just not showing that.
Yeah,
So I'm not really sure where they're going with this. Um, in all fairness, he actually looks like a Hot Toys to me. It doesn't look like a 1/3 scale statue. It looks like somebody just basically took, a Hot Toys and displayed it like this. I'm just not seeing like the same detail as Harley Quinn.
yeah, I could see what you're saying, bro. Um, I mean, aside from the face sculpt, I mean, the details in the costume look really good to me.
The
Um,
details in the costume is great, but it looks like something that Hot Toys did. Um, Hot Toys gives like this same amount of detail. So for a 1/3 scale statue, and 1/3 scale statues go from like anywhere to like 700 to 1,000. I just feel that like Hot Toys that can pretty much offer something very similar. Sure, it's not the same size, but for basically half the price, and you're getting almost the same detail from what I'm seeing here. I'm not pleased with this.
yeah. I don't know. I'm not really uh too much of a fan. I wasn't a fan of the movie or of the character, so
He was
I
the one
really,
that carried the movie, so by all means, he should have a great statue. If it wasn't for him, that movie would have flopped to me. But
yeah. Nah, I completely agree. Definitely some things that need to be worked on with this. But again, I do feel like Prime One just does the sculpting to make it look like real mixed media so well. The texturing, on all the different parts of his costume, really just come to life. Like that looks like a real lace, and that's fully sculpted. You got all the bullet shells on the floor on the base, and all the dirt and mud on his boots. I think that's a nice little touch, but
I would
definitely
love
could
to
use some
see
more
a
work.
Punisher statue with that kind of base.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, that would be awesome.
All
Um,
right, let's move along, man, before I chew up that statue even more. I
uh,
got
s-
some final pieces of it. I'm not happy with it.
so this is the Arkham Scarecrow from Prime One, which finally we could see fully painted. Um, I think this turned out awesome for all you guys collecting that Arkham line. Um, I didn't really play the game, but I think the statues look so cool. And whoever's really collecting this line, congrats, because Scarecrow looks awesome in my opinion. I mean, look at the texturing on that face, bro.
I'm actually surprised that he's only being released now. He was such an important role in the series that he should have been basically one of the first statues to be released. Without him, the game couldn't go on. So much detail here. Um, I actually like the Scarecrow from the animated series, and I don't see them making a statue of that anytime soon because he just looks like uh, a rice bag, and they basically just put his face together and that sort of stuff. But oh my goodness, you're actually
Yeah, I don't. Oh my gosh, yo, it's been so long. I haven't
okay.
seen this guy.
Sorry, so stay right there. Okay, so it's actually the fourth one to the right.
This guy.
Yes. Okay, that's actually the one that I'm talking about. So it just looks basically like he's a rice bag.
Yeah,
I love that, man. If they ever make statues of the animated series, I would definitely collect it. I don't think they have too much of a fan base because they're actually releasing these kind of things in bus form.
right,
But
right.
I would love to have an animated series in quarter scale statues. I think that would be like the next best thing for me besides Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I mean, so yeah, that Scarecrow is awesome. I agree. I was a big fan of the animated series myself. Um, but just all those small details that you could see, like the canisters on going around his torso. You got all these pipes running along his costume, all the stitching. I think it's really well done. And again, congrats to you guys collecting this Arkham line because I think this looks great.
I'm seeing a lot of detail in this one. Definitely congratulations to those that actually have this line. You cannot collect this line without having this piece in your collection. So the fact that they did such an amazing job capturing so much detail, like even down to, you know, that mask there, you know, like the stitched up mouth. You know, he's supposed to be putting the fear into people's hearts, into their imaginations. This is really scary. Imagine waking up to this, man. You know, like
I know.
you told me that you're so tired. You finally like wake up and boom, he's standing over you. You would like die like 4 times in a row. This is really fantastic. This is great. I really
Yeah,
love
man.
this. And even down to his sleeve, there's so much like ripple in his sleeve. Like, um, I just think it's a fantastic piece. The gas mask there. This, great job.
Yeah,
Absolutely
man, for sure.
fantastic.
Now sticking, I was gonna jump to another thing, but we'll stick with Prime One and kind of get them out the way. This yesterday we got our first look at Prime One Studios Marvel line. Something that a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting for. They teased that they had the license many months ago. I'm gonna say 6, 7, maybe 8 months ago. They teased that they had the Marvel license, um, and you know we got a couple of work in progress pictures, but nothing really like not really a full sculpt or not really a good teaser to really show what they were working on. But I'm pleased to say that yesterday we got our first look at Prime One's, what they're doing with their Marvel license, and we're gonna start things off with Spider-Man 2099.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow, 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 wow.
Tell me about it. Um, I mean, not even being a fan of the character, not knowing anything about him, you gotta appreciate it for what it is. That's artwork in itself right there. And I mean, look at that, bro. Look at that. The texturing on his costume, on his mask, the shading on the paint is just so well done. Um, wow, man. Just look at that. I mean, you really that's amazing. You got the creases in the costume. All this texturing, the shading is done perfectly.
I actually found out about Spider-Man 2099 when I was actually really like young. I can't remember how old I was, about 14 or 15 years old.
Mhm.
Um, I think it was released in 1992. So
Wow.
it's Miguel O'Hara is like, you know how they have like Peter Parker. Well, his identity is Miguel O'Hara, and I actually have the very first comic.
Nice.
This was actually when I was like collecting those Marvel cards from like 1991, 1992. It actually really got me into it. And it was like a shiny cover of Spider-Man 2099. So I actually have the first issue in my collection still.
That's awesome.
He was actually in a video game called Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Oh,
And
sick.
so you get to play as all like the different Spider-Mans, like symbiote Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man from like, the vintage alternate universe.
Yeah.
Uh, Fantastic game, man. I really enjoyed it. I actually told my cousin about it. He was like, I want a really good Spider-Man game. So I'm like, look what day and age we're in. It's really hard to find a good Spider-Man game because like the graphics are so much better nowadays that when you go back and you play something old, it just doesn't feel the same. You gotta kind of enjoy it at the time. So I
Yeah.
told him, I said, listen, I played Shattered Dimension years ago. I don't know if you're gonna enjoy it still. He went and he bought it at like Best Buy. I think they had it for like $9.99, and he bought it. He's like, bro, that was such an awesome game. He's like, I enjoyed it so much. So when I actually went onto Facebook this afternoon and I saw this, I immediately sent this image to him, and he's off the hook. For all those people that collect Spider-Man statues out there, we finally have something different for all those people that have all those Venom statues, all those symbiote Spider-Man statues, Carnage, Peter Parker. We have something new, and I praise this statue so much.
I gotta completely agree with you. That's an awesome point. Something new. Um, this is not Iron Spider-Man. This is not Black Symbiote Spider-Man. This is not Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man 2099. Something that we've never seen. At least not in quarter scale, and licensed. So definitely call me by surprise. This was the first, no, the second image that I saw. I saw Darkseid first, and then I saw this, and I'm pretty sure this is what kept me up for the rest of the night. I was crossing my fingers, please, 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 more Spider-Man, because I really, really want to see their Venom that they teased a couple months ago. But I was just blown away by this. I mean, you could even see it kind of like a glossy kind of paint on the red, and then we go back to this, matte blue, which is just really well done. The texturing, I mean, look at that, dude. That looks fantastic. Um, and I really hope that they continue with these different variants of Spider-Man. You were talking about a Spider-Man game. I'm pretty sure Sony's releasing one now. They're in development process of another Spider-Man game. So it'd be cool to see if Prime One picks up the license for that game, and it would be cool if that game had a bunch of Spider-Man skins similar to what Arkham did with the Batman skins. So you had the
I wouldn't
classic
be
Batman
surprised if
skin.
they would.
Yeah, you had the Noel skin, you had the Batman skin, and Prime One took those skins and brought them to life. And I mean, if they do that with Spider-Man, oh my goodness, imagine what we'd be getting. Imagine all the different variants of Spider-Man. We could get a classic Spider-Man. We could get Iron Spider-Man, Black Symbiote Spider-Man. We have a Spider-Man 2099 here. So just imagine the possibilities with that. And I just got to say, this is the money shot for me right here, bro. That is amazing. 100%.
I actually have that new Spider-Man game on pre-order. I've had it on pre-order for like almost like 6 months now or something.
Nice.
I hope you're getting it, man, so we can hit up some like PS4. And I'm tired of us always playing like different games, man.
I know. I'm always on that Call of Duty, bro. I don't know. I'm not really too experimental when it comes to games. I kind of just stick in my comfort zone.
Call of Duty games make me dizzy. Like, got that vertigo thing going on, so I wish I could join you. It's just, I don't know. You'll be like playing with me, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "Yo, what happened to you?" I'll be like, "Sorry, I knocked out for a moment."
Omar has signed offline.
Can we go back to the base on this?
Yeah, for sure. Boom.
Do we have like a one that was a little bit more full size? Yes, that right there. So when we think about Sideshow's base on their premium format Spider-Man, a lot of people were like stating that it was too simple here. I don't see anybody being able to knock this base. I think it's absolutely detailed. I think there's so much going on. It tells a story. That little smoke at the bottom there. Fantastic.
Yeah, man. And it just, the base to me suits the character really well. Spider-Man 2099. You have such a modern kind of structure that he's standing on. And I think that complements the statue really, really nicely. And you kind of have these spider webs, going around the base, and I think that's awesome. I mean, fantastic statue. Whoever picks this up, congrats to you, because this looks amazing. And I gotta go back to that money shot one more time. This, if I were to ever buy it, it would be because of this picture right here. This is amazing. Unbelievable.
That's great, man. There's so much detail in the in the artwork, in the costume. It kind of reminds me of that Captain America that you were showing me with all those ripples in it and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I was just stating, for them to do that and then have to paint it and all that stuff. it's just so much work and so much detail.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was our first glimpse at Prime One's Marvel license, but the story continues because it does not end with
Oh my
Spider-Man
goodness, you're hyping it up so
2019.
much. Just get it on the screen.
So they also revealed this guy, Anti-Venom, and something again. Everybody I saw commenting and liking this on Facebook. Um, everybody was hyped. Just simply put, everybody was ecstatic when Kelvin started posting these, and rightfully so because this just. I mean, look at that, bro. And again, another character that we have not seen licensed in quarter scale. I don't think I've even seen a custom of this piece or this character, I should say. Um, I like those scary things too, bro.
I
Like
actually saw this anti-venom from a different video game of Spider-Man. It was called Spider-Man Edge of Time.
okay,
So he was a badass. He definitely was a badass. Um, fantastic detail here. Really
yeah, man,
fantastic.
for sure. You could kind of see the webbing going around the base, which I think is dope. Makes me really anxious to see how Venom's gonna turn out, man, because the texturing on the symbiote, going around his body is just really well done. You can see all these kind of veins going around, and all the different, colors. You kind of have this glossy paint here on his arm, and I think that it's done really, really well. Look at that face and the tongue. The tongue looks like almost like translucent resin once again, something that Prime One's really known for. And that just looks awesome. Unbelievable. I mean, look at those veins, bro.
Great detail, man.
Yeah. Really awesome.
And, we have a lot of Venom fans in the like the statue forums and collectors and stuff. So I respect the fact that they're reaching out to that fan base. Instead of just releasing another Venom, just doing something else. Like I don't think we have one of him scratching his head yet, but we do have one of him scratching his butt. So this is actually really nice of just releasing something new altogether. And it is like Eddie Brock. So anybody who wants to stick with the Venom line and that sort of thing, by all means, this is absolutely fantastic.
yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have to agree with you. Um, awesome statue. I'm really stoked to see Venom and how he turns out. I'm really hyped for him. Real quick, let me just put that in the trash. So staying with Prime One and their Marvel sort of license, I was talking earlier when the episode first started that Imaginarium Arts and Prime One are now one. So with that being said, we're gonna be able to get Imaginarium Arts Green Goblin that they were working on, and Prime One. I guess it's gonna be a collab, and you're gonna be able to obtain this through Sideshow's website. So this is a piece I've had my eye on for a really long time. I actually had some guy on Facebook. I think his name. I forgot your name, bro. I'm really sorry. Um, but he kind of messaged us on our inside My Showroom page on Facebook, which you guys should definitely check out. Definitely like that page to stay up to date with when we go live and stuff. But he sent us a message regarding one of his pre-orders with Sideshow. He was indecisive whether or not he should keep his Green Goblin from Sideshow, if he should keep his pre-order because he really liked the Imaginarium Arts. And I told him, man, hold on, wait. Don't jump the gun with Sideshow. I know it's the more affordable route to go, but I feel like you're gonna get more options and better quality with a company like Imaginarium Arts. And now that Prime One and IA are working together now, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be produced in the same factories that Prime One uses. So you can expect immaculate paint job, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. And just for you guys that don't know, this is a fully sculpted piece. There's nothing mixed media about this, and I think that is fantastic, man. It looks really, really good, bro. I'm
Okay.
I'm hyped for
The
this.
person that messaged us, his name was Alan. I don't want to give out his last name only because of the fact that we don't have his permission to, and I want to keep his identity personal to him. But it was great. Shout out to you to reaching out to us, asking us our opinion. We respect that. Thank you for looking at our videos. The only thing that I would suggest about possibly sticking with the Green Goblin from Sideshow was if you have the Sideshow premium format Spider-Man and you were looking for a companion piece, just because that's basically the imagination that they were released so that they can be companion pieces to each other. But other than that, I would definitely go for this one. I just feel that the rocket and the like the rocket smoke there, it still does match the Sideshow base. So this is really fantastic, and I actually like this pose a lot more. Yeah, let's zoom out there, please.
No, 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 not nothing like that, guys. Don't get any ideas. But I just want you to take a look at the texturing on the fabric. I mean, from a distance, that looks like real fabric, you know.
If we're
And
gonna be zooming in on anything, it's gonna be Harley. So no
I,
jokes, man. But yeah, I just love like the goblin craft there that was like flying up in the air. I think that's very brave of them to even put that amount of detail. Like, can you imagine how big that piece is just to have it like floating in the air like that?
absolutely, and I think that's something we haven't seen from a Green Goblin statue. You know, most of them, he's either on his glider or he's just standing. You know, and I think this is just a really great pose. You know, he's commanding his glider. You know, like go get him. Um, and I think it's just a really dynamic pose, something we haven't seen, something fresh. Um, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they engineer this statue
And he
because
looks like he's throwing that pumpkin there, like pumpkin surprise.
yeah.
He's always a
Um,
freak. So
and I don't know, I'm really, really digging this piece, guys. Something I'm heavily considering picking up once they, release full production details and all that good stuff. But this looks great to me. Something I was really excited for. I'm really impressed, and I'm heavily considered buying this. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so that was that. What else do we have here? Okay, GI Joe. You got Snake Eyes from the GI Joe line. This is going to be a quarter scale statue. Oh, and just to let you guys know, that Green Goblin from IA is quarter scale as well. But here we have Snake Eyes and Timber. Um,
I love that switch out portrait.
huh?
It sorry, isn't the first? Sorry, I can't see on your screen. Go back to the first one. Okay, sorry, it was just the gloss on it.
Bro, I thought I was like going blind. I was like, what? Did
No,
I
sorry,
miss
man. It's
something?
just the gloss on the first one. It looks so different from the close up.
Oh
It's just
man.
it's small on my screen, right? So I can hardly see it. That's why I was wondering if like we could zoom in more. But
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's get in there.
all right, so here I can actually see it better. Before I was just seeing like pure shininess. I couldn't see the detail.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, some great detail on this, man. I don't collect the GI Joe line. Back in the 80s when I was actually, watching shows, I was actually pretty limited at what I could be watching and that sort of thing. So
Right.
it was always Masters of the Universe for me. And GI Joe actually came on at a time when I had school and that sort of thing, and I wasn't able to wake up too early to catch this. So
Yeah, I hear you. GI Joe's was actually a pretty big part of my childhood. I didn't watch the cartoons at all, but my mom, bro, she would like literally buy me all the action figures, like the little I don't know if they were like 5 inches or 6 inches, but I had so many of them, and this just really brings me back to those days. And Snake Eyes was
Anything,
always my favorite.
anything I know about the show is, sorry, anything I know about GI Joe is unfortunately from the movies.
Hmm.
So I really can't appreciate these statues as much as anybody else who followed it would. Um, I know that Sideshow was like a big distributor of like the GI Joe dioramas and statues and that sort of thing, but it's nice to see somebody else carrying the torch.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And I'll be honest with you, I love how Snake Eyes looks. But to be critical, bro, I'm not digging Timber. It is something about the his face that just doesn't sit right with me, bro.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
looked
know.
like he had too much to drink.
Yeah, bro, he doesn't really look that scary to me. Timber should be like really snarling, like he's about to tear you up. He doesn't really look like that to me. And the face just seems really off. I don't know. Like I said, Snake Eyes looks awesome. He looks amazing. And the details, that Prime One has put.
Let's just hope that their price margin is lower on these things so that people can overlook these finer details.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's just one of my
Like I
dislikes
know
about
if they go in with heavy prices, they're gonna flop because Sideshow is having some difficulty in selling their line,
right.
so somebody else to like go and carry this line and that sort of thing, um, and then just charge like astronomical prices. It's not going to happen. Um, from the GI Joe movie, like that Baroness girl, oh my goodness, she was so beautiful. But I thought that for sure she was going to be something that people weren't going to want to sell, and that the price is just going to go up and up and up.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, like people are just parting with it. Like pretty much you can even get it lower than what it was originally sold at. So, if people are kind of leaving the line and just, kind of selling like their statues off and stuff, they either better have a really small edition size if they want to be charging high prices, or, charge a reasonable price and get lots of them sold. And then, people can overlook those details in timber and just other factors of the statue.
Yeah. I'm really not liking that Timber, bro. I don't know. Hope they adjust the portrait for that wolf. But going, keeping with the GI Joes, we have also Storm Shadow to companion Snake Eyes. And this looks awesome. The face. You could again that translucent. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I mean, that's what it looks like. That they use for the skin tones. Looks really really good. Um, and you have the texturing on the mask. I mean, that looks like a real fabric mask. Um, that looks great. Look at that.
I guess that's just the way like GI Joe statues are supposed to look. They're not supposed to have like too much like extra detail in it and that sort of thing. I think they're trying to stay true to you know the original series and that sort of thing. I don't know. I just really hope that the price on these are not too high. I hope that it's like comparable to what Pop Culture Shock was selling on their Masters of the Universe line.
I'm gonna be realistic with you, bro. I really don't see that happening. The
I,
cheapest that I could see these going for, the absolute cheapest, is gonna be $550.
yeah.
And I'm gonna stand true to that because I really can't see Prime One making these things
No, and that's the thing. I know
$400.
Prime One is actually pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Uh, so it's wishful thinking. I really hope that they do carry like a small price margin. I know statues have gone up compared to the Masters of the Universe line, but I just hope they don't sell for as much as the Arkham line. Like Arkham statues, they have so much more detail, realism.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's true. But you also got to remember Arkham is 1/3 scale. These are all 1/4. So
exactly.
it
So I
would,
hope their price will be much lower.
yeah, for sure. It would be a shame if you could really compare a 1/4 scale to a 1/3 scale in terms of price. That would be kind of sad. And I would I would kind of say it would be unjust. Because you get so much more with the 1/3 for a 1/4 to be $800. I don't know. I really can't see
Well,
that.
even like some of the Arkham line, you're seeing them at like $6.99 and stuff. And if you're seeing this anywhere near six, even if it's like $5.99 or something, I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, so that was Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, did Spider-Man, Scarecrow, Green Lantern, Harley, did all these guys, right? Okay, so we're gonna move on to something that, yo, I saw one of the guys on Prime One Facebook page. You know, he's always asking about this guy, and let me tell you, I am really impressed. I've never collected the Transformers lines. You know, I love the movies. Never really liked to buy movie statues, but this just looks awesome, and it's huge too. There was a picture. Can I see a picture of him with? Oh man, I don't have it. I didn't save it, but you could see Kelvin standing next to it, and it's about half the size of him. It's absolutely massive. You know, you got all these details on the gun.
Sorry to go off topic for a moment, right? We didn't get a chance to show the Super 7 Masters of the Universe line. And I just actually just received an email as we're doing this video, and it's stating that Super 7 has new priority international shipping rates, which is about 20% less than the previous quoted prices, and that anybody who has purchased their figures should be receiving a refund for the difference to existing priority international orders. That's pretty awesome.
It's good news for you, bro. I know. I mean, guys, for those of you who don't know, so Super 7 took over the Motu license from Mattel to produce the Masters of the Universe toys, and they released these new figures, and I ordered them. I ordered, I think shipping for me, I live in New York. Shipping to me from Cali was like $13, I think. Omar lives across the border in Canada. They were what were they charging you, bro? Like
Over
$80?
50 to over $50 US.
Oh my
I
God.
think it was like $56 US. And then anything that comes from USA, especially from like Super 7, Mattel, anything has to go through customs. So basically like $56 plus, conversion rates and then import fees. You're basically looking at about 100 Canadian bucks just to get those figures in. So yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, man. So that's really good news. I'm happy that they are able to sort of partially refund you for that stuff. That's good. Hopefully
So
they continue.
yeah, so back to Shockwave, man. Look at the amount of detail in that.
Yeah, man. I'm really impressed. I actually, like I was saying, I'm not a never really got into collecting the Transformers line from Prime One, but this just looks awesome. Like
But you
100.
actually used to watch like the series, right?
Nope.
No,
Nah, bro.
I
I'll
thought
be
you and your
honest.
dad used to watch like all the old stuff, man.
No, 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 no.
Okay, so Transformers wasn't one of it.
Nope. And I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I never even had a Transformers toy as a kid.
Oh wow, man! Even I had Transformers toys. They
Yeah.
were they were so much easier to transform back then. You just fold them, and you're
Yeah.
good to go. Like one moment you have a transformer, robotic guy, and then you just do like one click, and boom, it turns into a vehicle. I
Yeah.
don't know what like these like things are nowadays, man. Like my son, he wants to do Transformers. I'm like, you're not gonna be able to transform them, and I still want it. I still want it. So, I buy it for him. He's like, Daddy, this is this is no fun, Daddy. Oh,
Yeah, I think the only kind of robot toy that I had as a kid was Voltron. Um, that was really about it. I never really had Transformer toys. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I mean, just the detail on his armor. I mean, he looks beat up, and I mean, at the same time, he looks so powerful. You know, all the details. Look, I mean, look at that. That's just one portion of the statue. Look at all those details, dude. Like that's actually nuts. So whoever has been waiting for this, I cannot wait for you to get it because I know you're gonna be happy with this. This looks amazing, and I'm hyped myself. That's awesome. I hope that eye lights up, bro.
Me too, man.
That's sick.
All right, so I got a notice for whatever annoying reason that my computer needs to restart within 15 minutes. So we can go for like basically another 10 minutes because I don't want us to end up losing this
Yeah,
video
for
and
sure. I
sort of.
think the episode's been going on for quite some time now. We're actually about to wrap things up, anyways. We're getting down to our last couple of characters. I think we have maybe three more
Okay,
to
just one thing I
discuss.
wanted to mention quickly is that this Shockwave statue that we're getting to see here, like this amount of detail in the armor and like the different like levels in the statue. There are so many characters that I can think of that I would love to like see them make, but I don't think they were ever able to before.
Right.
So I think this is a major breakthrough in statues that we're getting like so many layers. Like even if like you look at the chest, how you have like those, those grails basically going across, and then there's a level underneath.
Right.
There's so many people, like even Urza from Fairy Tale. It's an anime. I love her. Her metal costume where she gets like the wings and that sort of thing. And I think they would stay away from statues like that just because of the amount of detail. But I'm actually seeing it here that it's actually possible. I'm actually seeing like a glimmer of hope. So this is a great starting point. And the fact that they pulled it off, I think that it's going to bring a lot more statues our way in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Um, all right, guys. So moving on. Something that kind of came from left field. Um, Iron Studios, Batman versus Bane. Awesome. 110%. This looks fantastic. I don't know what scale this is yet. I really couldn't get any info on this, but I mean, I think this looks fantastic. Um, I mean, really dynamic. Bane is huge compared to Batman. He's tying him around the neck with that batarang and that rope. I
Have
mean,
you seen the Batman versus Killer Croc
yeah,
statue?
I have, I have.
Okay, so it reminds me of that a lot.
It
Um,
does.
the problem with the Batman versus Killer Croc is that it had a lot of um, like really tiny pieces to it, like batarangs. It had bricks. It had and like people were like receiving those statues. They open it up and like 9 things fell off of it, and you got to like take your time and go and like glue these things back on and stuff like that. So much damage to the statue. So I actually really appreciate the fact that uh, this company, Iron Studios, probably knows of those issues. They probably even maybe got their idea from the Killer Croc versus Batman statue, and
Right.
decided, what, we're going to educate ourselves, not make the same mistakes. And I don't really see any pieces here that are a concern to me. Maybe the like the grappler in his hand, like that the rope that attaches to the batarang. Maybe that's the only thing that could possibly pose a concern here, but I'm pretty sure they'll be smarter than that and make sure that there's no damages. But definitely that Killer Croc versus Batman, too many issues.
Yeah, man. But I'm really digging this actually. I'm not like too much of a fan of dioramas or two like characters in the same statue, but this looks awesome for those of you guys that are into that sort of stuff. This is, I mean, if it's painted right, if it's engineered right, it looks like it's gonna be a must-have. I mean, the sculpt on Batman looks fantastic. I really dig this sculpt. I dig the head. I'm a fan of the long ears on his cowl, and that looks fantastic. You could pretty much see Bane's classic uniform. He
This
has
actually
the
looks like the Batman from the 1990s that I that I grew up with, like 1970s, 1990s, that sort of costume before like the whole Batman animated series came into play.
Yeah, man.
So it's really nice to see this costume again. I hope they paint it, like that nice blue color. Um, I'm really excited about Sideshow's Bane, and ever since then, it's nice to see Bane, starting to pop up here and there. It was for some reason maybe a licensing issue that they couldn't go forward with Bane, but now it's nice to see him. We've been seeing so much of like Joker, 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 so it's nice to finally see something different.
Yeah. And one thing that I really got to give Iron Studios kudos for is the base, man. I have not really seen a good Batcave base for a Batman statue. And well, the first time I saw this, I was like, damn, that's the Batcave. And I think that's really well done, and that's awesome. You can actually see like bats hanging off the side. It's cool.
That's really great.
Yeah. So that's that. Real quick, I know you got to restart your computer. This is just. Oh, okay, so we have some Independence Day statues from Prime One. You have the alien bust, um, then the full alien statue here. We actually also have some Ultraman statues that they revealed. Also, if you guys want to get more in-depth pictures, please check out Prime One's collector page on Facebook. Just type in Prime One Studios. It should be one of the first things that pops up. So we have those statues from Independence Day from the movie. This one looks awesome, actually. I really dig that.
Sorry,
And
just go
from
back to that picture. Go back to the top, sorry. Is in the bottom right hand corner. No, 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 the other one. Yeah, in the bottom right hand corner. Is that like the Batmobile?
yeah, that's
That is sick. That is so awesome.
yeah,
Wow,
it's something that Prime One revealed quite some time ago, but they're bringing it back, and it looks really good. Um,
that's easily gonna be over a K, I'm sure.
yeah, I'm sure it will be. It
That's
looks
way too much
awesome.
detail. Wow.
Yeah. So then we have two more pieces from the Witcher line. This is I forgot her name. Yennefer? Yes. That's Yennefer right there from The Witcher. Um I mean, I don't have too many pictures of this, but for those of you guys that play the game, let us know if this holds true to the likeness of the game if you have played it. Let us know what you think about this cuz I mean, whoa. This has to be mixed media, bro.
For
There,
sure.
there is no way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that kind of fur around her, but that's awesome. I mean that face is sick too. That looks awesome. So that's Yennefer from The Witcher, and we have one more person, Siri or Sari. This girl with the sword. Also
Wow.
another crazy statue.
That's
Um,
this
just
looks
one.
like all mixed media, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just gonna say. I always say it, but they just do like that realistic look of clothing so well. All the texturing and the wrinkles, they've kind of mastered that, and I just gotta give them props. And the base for this piece is sick. She's just slayed like a beast, and a decapitated head, just chilling by her feet. I think that's awesome. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Nope, one more. I only have one picture of this guy, so I don't know what this is from. All I know it's brand new from Prime One. Uh one it's one half scale. I mean you could tell how big it is next to Kelvin from Prime One. It's huge. And the details also if you want to check it out, go on Prime One's Facebook page. The details are awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our ep, bro. I know you got to restart your computer. I don't want to, have the episode cut off.
No, that's fine. And I just wanted you to recap where these pictures were seen. For just as a reminder, what was going on and what all the hype was about.
Yeah, for sure, guys. So, number one, photo credits to Kelvin Loke from Prime One. Awesome guy, and big shout out to him. I hope you're having a great time, dude. Again, it's his first Comic Con, so send him your good vibes. Um, send those good vibes his way. I know he's having a great time. So this is from Tokyo Comic Con, which is going on this weekend right now as we talk. And really, really awesome stuff that was revealed this weekend. Just to recap, we got our first glimpse at Prime One's Marvel license with the Anti-Venom and the Spider-Man 2099. Just awesome pieces there. We were able to see a fully painted Green Lantern by Prime One, which looks awesome. Awesome base. We got a full reveal of Darkseid. Um, which for you DC fans, if you're trying to get a Darkseid, this one looks awesome. He's huge. Look at his size compared to Green Lantern and Superman. Remember, Imaginarium Arts and Prime One are now one. So, the projects that IA was working on are now going to be Prime Ones as well. So we have the Green Goblin, the Rescue Iron Woman. I forgot the real name of that piece. We got the Hulkbuster that IA has done too. So just some stuff to look out for. Don't forget about the 1/3 Harley Quinn, which I know Omar loves, rightfully so because this is an amazing piece. Scarecrow from the Arkham series, Shockwave, Snake Eyes from GI Joe, and that's pretty much about it, guys.
All
So
right, thank you so much, Chris, for all that information. This episode is basically off Chris's strength. He's the one who went and put all these pictures together for us. He's the one who did all the research. He's the one who stayed up late. It takes a lot of effort to get all of these things organized. He was the one who got all the information, educated himself to bring us such an amazing episode. Thank you very much for that, Chris, and letting me be a part of it. I hate the fact that my computer is forcing me to do a restart. I wish I could actually postpone it. Very rarely does it ever do that to me. So sorry, I got to sign off, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is episode 9 of Inside My Showroom. Chris, what I would like to do is, if we can next time, just touch base on those new photos of the Sideshow Skeletor.
Yes, for sure. Definitely something that we will be doing in our next episode. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment what you think about these new reveals. Like I said, if you want to keep up to date with all this news, definitely make yourself familiar with the statue community through Facebook. That's where I find out all of my information. You want to be liking pages like the Prime One page, XM Studios, Sideshow, Pop Culture Shock. Those are all pages that you really want to be looking at. And it's just a great community in general, so many great people, so many great like-minded individuals that you could really just sit there for hours and talk to. Omar, one of my best friends to this day, is somebody I have never met in real life, somebody that I met over a computer through one of these statue Facebook pages. So, you could meet great people there. Definitely check them out. Like I said, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what your favorite statue from this reveal was. And with that said, stay tuned for the next episode where we'll be revealing the new production pieces from Sideshow Skeletor statue. And we should also have a new unboxing for the next episode too. I should have a new piece coming in pretty soon. So stay tuned, guys. Take care. And if we don't get to catch you in the next episode, then happy holidays and enjoy. Peace.
Oh, Chris, one more thing that I wanted to do quickly. Did you get to share that thing about the Pop Culture Shock
I did it.
contest?
Okay, so basically I entered this contest that Pop Culture Shock PCS Collectibles is having on their website. Let me kind of just go here. So they're doing a He-Man bust giveaway. For those of you that don't know, that's probably one of my favorite lines of all time. Masters of the Universe is my absolute favorite. So I'm really trying to win this statue. Basically, what you had to do is do something creative with the letters PCS, standing for Pop Culture Shock Collectibles. And you had to comment with your entry. And this was my entry here. So I did something kind of abstract for the P. I have Skeletor actually holding a P. I got the cookie that I've been into shaped as a C, and then I got my man RX-78 doing a ballerina kind of stance for the S. So we got P, C, S with He-Man in the back. I mean, I have 55 likes on this. So the more likes you have on your picture, the more entries that you have in the contest, which will improve your chances of winning. So if you have not, definitely enter yourself. If you could help a brother out, definitely go on their page, go on that post and like my picture, like my comment. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see if we could win your boy a He-Man bust. And hopefully one of you guys can win one too. This is actually Omar's entry, which I thought was really clever. That's awesome, bro. And thank you for reminding me about that. I think that Omar might have had his computer, restart. Um, so with that being said, I'm just gonna drop it here. You guys take care. Thanks for tuning in for another episode, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.